and I got the Hulk and the Incredible Hulk. This one I don't really like all that much. I just own it because it's Hulk. This one I like a lot. The Edward Norton movie. This one's really good, and this is the one that ties into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Even though they replace the actor in Avengers, this is the one that still ties in. The only difference is the actor and the Hulk design, which for some reason in Avengers they make him look like that Hulk, which I kind of thought was stupid. But yeah, this one basically is... I'll do a review of it someday and explain it. But the backstory does connect to Captain America, I will say that much. Hey guys, Sean here. Captain America Civil War is about a month away, and so I'm basically trying to finish up my MCU reviews, which I have like 3 movies left. And then due to the awesome news announced last year that Spidey will be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, thank fucking God. After almost 10 years and 2 kicks of the balls, Spidey will finally be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thank you. I will be adding all 5 Spider-Man movies to the MCU roster, just so I can have, a line of reviews going up until hopefully till Civil War. But I will be starting with the 2008 Incredible Hulk. Now, fair warning, this review will be drawing a lot of references from the Avengers and possibly Captain America's First Avenger, due to kind of allowing me to flesh out Bruce's backstory and how he became the Hulk, because both those movies kind of not really elaborate, but they elaborate and expand on Bruce's backstory in a way. So mostly the Avengers does. So if you guys hear me reference those 2 movies a lot, it's just to flesh out Bruce's backstory. Okay? So I let you guys know that. So yeah. Basically the development for this movie was that after the 2003 Ang Lee abortion, we'll call it that, Marvel Studios was founded about 2006, 2007, or somewhere around there, and they wanted to jumpstart the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they started with Iron Man. Great start. This movie was and then for their second movie, they wanted to give Iron Man a break, to die down to allow the success of the first movie to go through. But then they wanted to do this movie to get Hulk into the MCU. This movie is more reboot, but some people try to think it's a sequel to the first movie, which it's not. It's a fucking reboot, but who knows why people think it's a sequel. But yeah, this is The Incredible Hulk, directed by Louis Leterrier. Stars Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, Tim Roth, and Tim Blake Nelson, Ty Burrell, and William Hurt. The movie was written by Zach Penn and some trivia for you guys. Edward Norton, once he signed on to play the character, he did an uncredited rewrite on this film. I shit you not. Norton did an uncredited rewrite because, originally this movie was going to be a sequel, like I said, a sequel to the television show, or a sequel to the 2003 movie, and they wanted to base it more like the TV show. Basically like the shitty Inspector Gadget 2 movie. Okay, but that's a different subject entirely. But yeah, they wanted to make this movie more in line with the TV show, which I can commend, even though I've never seen the show. And so what Norton did, though, was he wanted to stay true to the show, but yet give this movie a new origin story, which was not the origin story in the 2003 movie. Thank you. So what they did was and I said in my DVD collection video that this movie does tie in with Captain America's origin, and here's how. And like I said, I kind of have to elaborate on some of the stuff that was said in the Avengers. So basically, what the government wanted to, what the army wanted to do was to recreate Dr. Abraham Erston's original super soldier serum that worked so well on Captain America, on Steve Rogers during the Captain America. The army wanted to reinstate that program to, I guess, make the army perform better. I guess, who knows? And according to Agent Coulson in Avengers, Dr. Bruce Banner, played brilliantly by Edward Norton. Even though I do like Ruffalo in the Avengers movies, I wish Norton had came back. But that's old news. Anyway, basically General Ross enlists the aid of Bruce Banner and his daughter, Elizabeth Ross, also known as Betty, played brilliantly by Liv Tyler, and William Hurt is great as General Ross. Anyway, he wanted them to help with the super soldier serum, not fully telling Bruce what the plan was, but Bruce believed that gamma radiation was the key to unlocking Earth's original formula, and so he, was kind of on a roll, for lack of a better phrase, and so he volunteered to test it on himself, and something went horribly wrong, and he became the Incredible Hulk. And this origin is done in like 5 minutes at the beginning, during the opening credits. So I was like, when I first saw this movie, I was like, thank you! I'm like, another reboot of Amazing Spider-Man. I'll get to that movie some other time, though. And by the way, that will be a rant. Anyway, so yeah, we get the origin in like 5 minutes during the credits, and then it skips 5 years later. I don't know if that was to be I don't know if it's a coincidence, because this movie's released 5 years after the 2003 movie. I don't know if that was a coincidence or if that was intended. I'm going with both. That it was it was intended and coincidence. Anywho, so yeah, Banner is in South America trying to devise a cure so that he can go back to America and live a normal life. And eventually, the military catches up with him, and he's on the run, basically. And he meets a guy named Dr. Samuel Stearns, played by Tim Blake Nelson. And just a side note, does Marvel hate Tim Blake Nelson or something? I mean, honestly, does Marvel in general just hate him? I say Marvel in general because the Fan 4 stick is not Marvel Studios, so Marvel in general. But does Marvel in general just hate Tim Blake Nelson? Because first he gets screwed out of being the leader in a possible Incredible Hulk sequel, which, according to Mark Ruffalo, the reason why we haven't gotten one is because Universal holds the rights to Incredible Hulk. But anyway, does Marvel in general just hate Tim Blake Nelson because he gets screwed out of being the leader, and he's screwed out of being the mole man? I think Marvel just hates Tim Blake Nelson. Anyway, but yeah, he gets help with some Samuel Stearns to possibly cure himself of the Hulk. Though we find that it's not cured. And do you guys remember in the Avengers when Banner says to Tony, the last time I was in New York, I sort of broke Harlem? Yeah, that reference is a reference to the fight with Abomination in this movie. Yes. And even another scene in the Avengers when Banner says when he got low, he tried to put a bullet in his mouth and the other guy spat it out. The other guy being the Hulk, was a reference to the deleted alternate opening scene of this movie where Banner is, I think, in Alaska or something. I don't know, because it's all snowy and whatnot. So he's in Alaska, has a gun in his mouth, tries to shoot himself, but I think it's from a first-person point of view, so I don't really see if it's in his mouth or not. But it's in a first-person point of view, where he actually tries to shoot himself in the mouth, but again, the Hulk spats it out. I kind of wish they would have kept that scene in, because I know it would make more sense with the Avengers. But who knows? But yeah. So anyway, at the end of this movie, we get the Abomination Hulk fight, which, as much as I like Batman v Superman, how is it that that effect from 8 years ago looks a million times better than Doomsday in Batman vs Superman? Explain that one to me, please. But anyway, So yeah, we get the Hulk Abomination fight, which is fucking brilliant. And we get Hulk maybe speaking 2 or 3 times in this movie. He's like, says maybe 2 lines, I think. He says Betty, and then Hulk smash at the end, which is actually said by Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno actually does the voice of the Hulk in this movie, and also has a cameo in this movie as a security guard. Fucking awesome. Also, Stan Lee has a cameo in this movie. Another fucking awesome thing, which I thought was really cool. And then at the end of the movie, Banner is hiding out in, I think, in Colombia or something. I don't remember. I forget. But he's kind of doing these meditation tricks, and he's been doing this the whole movie, the whole meditation thing, and he's just sitting, where he's sitting Indian style like this, and then he's like this, like meditating, and we get in like the final shot of this movie. Well, not really the final shot, but we get a shot of Banner's opening his eyes, and they turn green. So it's kind of left ambiguous as to whether he's now controlling the Hulk. Now, whether he's able to control the Hulk or not. Which, I thought that was great, that you're allowed to interpret it your own way. For me, it's him controlling the Hulk, being the only Hulk's out twice in the Avengers. So I take that as him learning to control the Hulk. Which is fucking brilliant. And then we get probably the best scene in this entire movie, where General Ross is hanging out in a bar, trying to get drunk, I guess. And then Robert Downey Jr., as Tony Stark walks in, talks to Ross about setting up the Avengers. And may I just say, that scene was fucking brilliant, seeing Robert Downey Jr. in this movie. It's an uncredited cameo, but it's still pretty fucking cool. So, what do I think of this movie? I love this movie. I think it's a great film. The effects are well done. The design on the Hulk is fucking awesome. He's kind of ripped and muscular and whatnot. Fucking awesome. Which is, as much as I like the Avengers, I fucking love the Avengers, still better than this movie, even though I love this movie too. The Hulk in the Avengers, I did not care for the design. I really wish they would have just stuck with this design and just changed it up to make it look like Ruffalo. But I get it. They probably wanted to give Ruffalo his own version of the Hulk. Completely understandable. But what I'm saying is, if the Avengers is supposed to be connected to this movie, why not just use this Hulk and just redesign it for Ruffalo instead of redesigning the Hulk completely to make him look like the 2003 Hulk? That's one of those things I did not like about the Avengers, was the design of the Hulk looked like 2003 Hulk. Why, I don't know, but okay. But yeah, the effects are really good. The acting across the board is phenomenal. This is just a fun Hulk movie, way better than the 2003 movie. And I know I'm slamming that a lot, but it kind of deserves to be slammed right now. But yeah, love this movie. Was it probably my favorite of the lead-up movies? I would say probably this and the first Iron Man are my favorite lead-up movies to Avengers, but this is still a fun movie. If you guys have not seen this movie yet, I'd highly recommend it. I'd highly recommend seeing this movie if you haven't. Oh, and if you've seen the trailers for Civil War, this movie finally is relevant again, because they're bringing Ross back. So yeah, they're bringing they're bringing him back. This movie has fucking relevance again. It only took you, 8 years? Fuck, Marvel. But yeah, really looking forward to Civil War. I'll do my Thor reviews soon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you in the Thor review. And also some fun trivia for you guys. That when this movie was being casted, the director Louis Leterrier actually originally wanted Mark Ruffalo for the role of Banner, but Marvel, I guess, wanted a more known actor to play the role, which I kind of understand. It's just ironic that they would pass on Ruffalo the first time around, but yet 4 years later for the Avengers, okay, here's what's funny, is they wanted Norton to play the role, even though Ruffalo was originally supposed to play the role, but the ironic thing is that in 2010, when they recasted, they booted Norton out the door and brought Ruffalo in. That's strange. Justin Flooper thought,